ready to go tonight?
Yeah, he is.
Fully healthy?
He is ready. He's good to go.
Any other changes?
No.
I noticed.
Yes. Mav not playing and Valley's playing.
Is that injury or just scratch?
Yeah, it's injury. Day to day.
I noticed that Sean Dursey was stick-handling a little bit on the ice. Does he have an update on his injury side?
No, that's Durs. Durs is he's a little water bug. He likes to be on the ice. He's the kind of guy you need to pull a little bit. But I think he loves to be around the boys. If you're around the team every day, you see Durs bouncing around in the middle of the room. That's the energy bug.
When did Lammer's injury happen? Just practice yesterday?
No, Montreal.
How would you describe Mike Kesselring's development and growth here over the last year plus with this organization?
I think it's a huge improvement. I think he always had the tools. He has a great shot. He has great skill. He's big. What he is really, really competitive. I think he's a great guy. He works really hard. He competes really hard, and he has all the tools. So I think he's been given an opportunity, and he makes the best out of it. And he grows his role. I think he's getting more and more consistent. Before we made his acquisition, was the big thing we heard about him was for him to be consistent. I think he's getting better every day, I will say.
Aside from the consistency, what's the next kind of step for him? Is it offensively, defensively? What's kind of the next thing that's going to take him?
Well, I think the game did not slow down for him yet. I don't know if you can understand exactly what I mean, but he still have some reads, some situation where he's chasing the game. Like I said, the competitiveness is always great. When you don't have competitiveness, you beg for it. When you have it, you need to get it under control. And sometimes it's a little bit. Cass is trying to do a lot. He's super competitive. He wants to be a difference maker. He wants to make the next play. Yeah. The game's slowing down slow for him, and he will be he is a really good D for us, but he still have room for improvement.
How has Pamelka responded after playing so many games in a row?
Yeah, so far so good. That's like I said before, it's not like his first rodeo. He's been there before. He played. I don't know the stats. Maybe Jeffrey, or someone know, but 3 years ago, played 50-some games. 2 years ago, played 50-some games. So it's not like it's first time for him to run with the ball a little bit. He did before, so he's not a rookie. It was first time he get the nod and he's running with it. He's been there before, so. Obviously, it's not easy in the NHL to play that many minutes on a consistent base. So, load management will be important. I think as much as we had four game in 6 days, we had 2 days off. And even coming back from Montreal, we had a day off. Yesterday, we had a good practice. But Veg as well, he's a big guy who likes to work. He's on the ice again this morning. It's an optional skate, but he wants to skate. So far, so good. We manage his energy a lot, with a lot of discussion with Schwabi, with Devin, with our high performance group to make sure his energy is there. Till his energy is there, there's no problem. But at some point, if we run him like that, he will get tired. So you don't want to get there. When you're tired, it's too long to recover. You need to manage it so he stay as fresh as possible.
How rewarding has it been to see McBain, take his production to a different level this year?
I said that the other day that Boehner there's his, so far he has his A+ game and his A game. That's every night. He's consistent. He works. He's mean. He's a grumpy man. He's on the ice, not off the ice. So it's tough to find those kind of players who are physical, who go at the net, who can make play with the puck, who's committed defensively, who can play center, can play wing. So we're fortunate to have him on our side.
In terms of team consistency, just what will it take to kind of push this team to get consecutive wins at this point in the season?
Yeah, I think what you need is consistent performance. I think we're more and more consistent in our performance. If you look the last 2 weeks for us, it was a lot of building blocks. I think we hit rock bottom at some point in terms of our confidence, not just the result. I don't know exactly what was our record at this point, but we we needed to get consistency in our performance night in, night out, and I think we're more and more of that. If you look at our last trip, the 4 game were 4 good games. We didn't play. We were good on all of them. And if you look the game before against Washington, we dominated most of that game. The game before it's Vegas, dominate most of that game. So the game before we won against Carolina. We didn't dominate that game, won't lie, but we found a way to win. So we have a stretch of game where we're building, we're improving every day. Be it a team or elite in that league, you need to be good offensively, good defensively. Your power play has to be good, your PK has to be good, and goaltending has to be good. And that is the big thing for us, is to connect all those dots. It's where we're getting better. It's not one area of the game. We've been much better offensively at generating change, generating possession in the last trip, but we're not as good defensively. So we need to grow everything. Our PK I think is 86% on our last trip. Our power play is 28.6 or something like that. So we have great goaltending, but you saw some result. Even if we lost in Boston and Toronto, we lost by 1 goal. We're right there.
So André, you happened to be in Edmonton when the stuff hit the fan last year. We happened to be in Phoenix for the last game. Was down there.
Yeah.
You struck us as a coach that had a ton of stuff on his plate that had nothing to do with making his hockey team better.
Yeah.
Can you compare your job today to what it was when we saw you then?
That's a great question. But one common denominator: great player with great attitude and the great leadership. I will say this. I think you say that about the coach was the same for the player. I think there were a lot on our plate at that time, and they were capable of focusing on what they had to do and play with a lot of passion and pride, even if there were a lot of unknown and why and this and that. But I think that was a test for our team, and I think earlier during that season we had that kind of a test which we did not pass the way we wanted. I think we did, and I think that helped us and got us closer to each other for the next step. So I think it was, when you look in perspective, it was a great thing for us to have that adversity and to go through the way we did.
Does it to coach a team now that has all the amenities, to coach a team now that's a full NHL team, not kind of sort of an NHL team, does it, do you feel like you have a chance? Do you feel like
Absolutely.
you can accomplish things?
Absolutely. You know what? Hockey is a game of emotion. It's a beautiful game, but it's a game. Emotion brings frustration in every situation, and when you're in the situation, we're really competitive, and we want to be successful, and we want to be successful in front of our fans, and we want great thing for our team. So we live in the present. I understand you're talking about the past because that's your job, but for us, we're not looking that far back. We're looking at what's going on in our team, and right now, the way we play in the last 2 weeks make us be positive, but we want more wins. We want more result. We feel we're right there. We don't want to win the advanced stats. We want to win the game.